What's up, guys? Welcome back to Solum. Going into the final hour and a half here of week number 2. Neal.
Largo, you recover 4 of the 6 arrows that you fired.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were just talking about arrow.
While that's happening, and I see Largo go and do this, I'm like, Largo, can you fetch me my lawn darts? Because I hit 4 people with them.
Alice on the ground, like pumping out blood, just laying there.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
our cleric decided she was going to roll a bunch of 1s instead of trying to heal. So
yeah, you can recover all 4 of the lawn darts.
Sick.
Okay, I bring back 4.
Isn't there still a guy like running? Could I have tried to catch him with the dust devil?
I'm sorry,
I
3,
killed him.
but I got all 3.
I killed him.
The orc was running the other way.
Oh, you got. Yeah. You got away. There's no way to stop him.
He only has 2 HP. You guys can find him and kill him. Like the dust devil will hit him or something.
Okay,
it's not
we
worth
kill him.
flying out. Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm gonna run to Alice.
Chase down last enemy, then run back to Alice.
Yep. With the dust devil. Yeah. I mean, I have a secret to protect.
Okay.
And then, she's like bleeding out, right?
I'm not bleeding at all. I'm just my arm
bleeding?
is. Did you happen to see the UFC fight when Anderson Silva's leg turned into jello? Because that's what my arm looks like right now.
Okay.
Probably worse, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm like making new hand symbols with
So
it.
he's not bleeding out. Like, can we know the HP of Victorian and Alice?
They're wounded. You guys can tell her if you want.
I mean, I'm at 6. I don't know what
I'm
Jeff
at 10.
said.
Okay, so I'm gonna do cure moderate wounds to Alice.
It's D10 plus 1, right?
Yeah. No, D10 plus 2.
D10 plus 1 for cure moderate wounds.
Oh, really? Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay. 10.
Whoa.
16.
And
That's
Alice
last.
hops up and does a backflip.
I'm back. Ah, my arm.
Neal, while the healing is going on, I will be looting the dead bodies.
Okay.
I'm going to run to the woman.
Is there anything I could do to help Alice, like make her a cast or use my herbalism or alchemist knowledge?
Let's just do this one at a time here. Largo, you get 64 silver off the body of the orcs. And 8 and 14. And another 28 silver off of the bodies of the Cyclopskin.
64 and 28. Got it.
How much money does the horse have on him?
The dead horse?
Yes.
It has no money left on it.
Okay.
Regal.
All right.
I'm just
The
checking.
live horse, then.
Wasn't there like a lady screaming?
Yes. The woman that is currently on the map looks like she's on the wagon. Is backed up in this corner now, except she's standing up.
Okay.
Victorian ran to that one. Remember that?
Yes.
That's what I did.
Victorian has run to the woman. And Jockery, what was your actual question?
Asking if I can do a cast or find something to do with my herbalism or alchemist.
No.
things.
For shattered limbs that suffer this kind of catastrophic injury may never be usable again. Hits to the torso, abdomen, or head of this magnitude are often lethal. The victim survives. Let's know. A limb damage this way will be useless for the rest of his life. And any hits anywhere else will be victim incapacitated. A cure critical wound spell or other healing magic capable of restoring 20 HP in one go can repair the damage of this kind of injury. In addition, the bones of this area are soon broken and may require another healing of magic to repeat. So, if you can get a cure critical wound spell, it will fix the issue. Otherwise, that arm is going to be basically useless for the rest of your life. And your max HP will actually be reduced.
Well, I mean, it's already at 24. Let's knock it down some more. What are we at?
Yeah.
How much
What is your... it will be at 50% of max.
So I have 12 HP now.
What the fuck?
Neal, I take
No,
my
no,
knife
32.
and I
It'll be
stab myself in the fucking neck. And I'm rerolling next
Your
week.
max HP is 16.
Can he just cut off his arm and regain his HP? Like.
Severed limbs can be...
Neal, don't you tell a story about a friend that you had that once lost his arm in D&D or something like that, or lost his leg?
Yeah, one of our friends got his leg ripped off by a displacer beast, and he was so upset he was actually like holding back tears for the rest of the session.
Well, how many weeks into that was that?
We were like 8 months into playing.
Good lord!
That's
Imagine
pretty
like Tug-a-Butt losing his arm or some shit.
Yeah, he was really upset, and they actually stopped their current quest line to go on like a 4-week quest to repair his leg.
Well, we can't do that. We gotta save this baby.
Yeah.
And as I say that, Alice walks over to the baby and fucking crushes his head and say, "Fix my fucking arm."
If you remove the arm, your HP loss will drop from 50% to 25%. But as it's attached, like the amount of pain and like discomfort and inconvenience it causes you is reducing your HP.
So
I think
my
there's
max
just
HP
one way to fix you, JP. It's to cut off your arm.
My max HP was 24, right? Before this?
it was 32.
It was
Yeah.
32, and then I had my leg fucking hit. And then I'm having that, so shouldn't it be 12
No,
and not 16?
this is just half of max.
Oh, okay. So yeah, 16. Okay.
16. Unless you can get a cure critical wound spell. Cure
Well, Neil, this world does not have that much magic, so I probably
That's
won't
true.
be getting that.
Probably.
I really just want to kill my character at this point. It's completely gimp. So now when I actually try to kill myself, guys, it will be suicidal. Let's just fucking get that out of the way.
What's that? We need to find a way across the river. Alice just swapped us.
One arm's
No, I'm actually proficient in swimming, so that won't actually work.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Carla comes out and takes a look and says, "Holy crap, what happened to you, Alice?"
I had a bad day, and I lost my voice.
Sound
Well,
rather mannish.
She looks around at you guys and says, "Well, between Alice's massive injuries and the fact that I had just gave birth 3 days ago and have been hiking through the forest ever since, I think we could really use like a night in an inn or in a town or something."
This sounds really dangerous.
The problem is most of these towns are Verasi controlled. It'd be very dangerous to spend the night in.
Yeah,
in places.
but maybe we can hide the child. She hasn't cried once yet, not since she was born.
Are you sure she's alive?
She glares at you with a look full of hate.
I'm not laughing though as I say it, but I say that.
Alice needs rest. I need rest. I can only keep going for so long. Do you think we
Well-
could stop the town up ahead?
I mean, if we can just rest one night, I can make sure you guys get a really sweet sleep tomorrow night. Even in nature, you'll feel super comfy.
How about I go ahead and check the town out, the next town that we find. I'll go ahead and I'll come back and report and let you guys know if it's safe or not.
I'm not there for this conversation, right? Because I'm with the woman.
Yeah.
I assume we're all there, right?
Well, I mean,
We'd all gather up after all the shit would happened, or
I think this was Carla just talking over here. Vincent's talking to the nameless woman right now.
Victorian.
no? Okay.
Victorian. Damn it.
Well, I'll still say that.
Yeah. Okay.
Does anybody offer a reply?
What do you ask?
I said the next town that we find, I'll go ahead. I'm a little bit more sneaky and nimble than the rest of the party. Then I'll come back and report if the town is safe to enter for everybody.
Okay, but I feel like this is gonna put us in more danger even than if we would just camp out in the forest and chill for a little while.
Let's talk to Victorian before you run ahead. He's up there with that woman. Let's go see what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, back in time, just a few minutes. Victorian, you find this woman huddled.
Neil, do they walk in on us making sweet love, or do we hear them coming?
Let's do the foreplay before we figure out when they come in.
We discovered that actually Victorian is a necrophiliac.
The woman is alive. She's like curled in a ball, arms wrapped around her knees, rocking back and forth, staring at the body of the man over here.
I come running up to her and I'm like, "Ma'am, we have destroyed those that have pillaged you guys. Is there anything more that we can do?
She just kind of keeps rocking and looks at you and shakes her head and says, "No."
Was this your family?
It was my brother.
Well, I'm really sorry that you had to go through this, but just know that justice has been served. They were butchered. Not one of them got away, and not one of them lived. They died for what they did.
She nods. Who are you people? I won't tell.
We're just travelers, friend. My name's Victorian Black.
She just kind of nods and stays quiet.
Is there
And
a
then
town nearby that we can escort you to? Is there anything we can do along those lines?
We were coming from Janstone. Just came through Nogara. We're on our way to Dimmer to deliver these sheep. But the orcs stopped us and
They're laying around dead, right? These sheep.
Yeah, they're all dead. They killed the entire flock, not even to eat them all, just for sport. And then they butchered my brother.
Yeah, they're terrible beasts. Just know that there are those of us out there that are trying to avenge these atrocities.
Are you headed to Janstone?
I would be. I couldn't stand the idea of leaving you to journey by yourself in these dangerous lands. So let it be known that at least right now, I'll have to speak to the party. But yes, we're heading there to deliver you, and then we'll be on our way.
This is where the party walks in.
Friends, meet Olga Smirnov von Buren II. She told me her name just moments ago.
Hi, Olga Versmach von Sveven.
The second you said?
The second. That's right,
I
Largo.
think I knew the first, but I do not know the second.
She needs protection and transport to Jonsburg.
Jonsburg.
Janstone.
Janstone. Yes.
Johnstone, my bad.
That is just to the north, yes.
Yeah, it's just beyond
What
Nogara.
happened here?
They butchered her brother and this flock, presumably for sport.
She nods.
So I can't make choices without your guys' opinion, but I told her that we would protect her and get her to Jonsport.
Jansport. Yes. Well, we are headed that way anyway, and we were talking about stopping in a town, so I see no harm.
Hey, Victorian, Largo wants to run ahead to scout. What do you think about that?
What's that?
Largo wants to go scout ahead of us in the town. Do you want him to?
You know what, Largo? It's time we put your skills to the test. I think that's a fantastic idea. So, what was her name again?
She's the second one.
Rita Van Buren, the second.
Rita Van Buren the second, of course.
Sure, whatever.
We
I didn't
We,
even hear her name. I started was the second.
you
Unless
can
that
join
was
us,
made
and we'll get you to the town, and then Largo will escort you inside the town.
Okay. It's not too far ahead. It's just a mile or so.
It should be a safe mile then. Yes.
Do we leave all the bodies here?
We have
I
to
think we
bury
should-
him.
We should bury the brother. Most
Yeah.
certainly.
Neil, how hungry are we?
Pretty hungry. I mean, it's like 2 or 3. And you woke up
What?
at 7.
Yeah. Well, we do have this rotten bear meat if we want to eat that.
Well, I was going to say, we have these are the sheep, like,
Mutilated.
salvageable?
Yeah, totally. Some of
Salvage.
them have just been killed and left right there.
Let's
Totally
eat sheep.
salvageable.
I address Rita and I
Is
say,
bear meat better?
It's a little more gamey. Sheep is probably more delicious.
I sigh and I drop the bear meat.
Matter of preference, though. You could say you like bear more.
Rita, I realize that it's a little callous, but I think our party is quite hungry, quite starving. Perhaps we could make a meal of these dead sheep.
She shrugs. Put them to use. Otherwise, the wolves will just get them.
Okay.
Hey, Rita, do you like magic?
Magic?
Yeah, do you like it?
Like
You do
street
know that
performance?
magic is banned
No,
in
no, no,
these
no, no.
lands, right,
Rita,
Alice?
Rita, do you like magic?
Sure.
Well, look at this.
So then I lean over and just waggle my arm.
It causes excruciating pain, and you have to wince back the tears, and your head swims for a moment.
That's fine.
She looks aghast, and her pale face goes white as a sheet.
Rita, you'll have to forgive our friend.
Don't scare the poor woman, Alice.
Alice is dealing with a lot of things right now, as you can
What?
see.
What happened to her?
The Cyclops jellied her arm, made a jam of it.
My God.
It's
strawberry
like
jam.
strawberry. It's
Yeah,
jammy.
it's a strawberry jam. All right. Well, let's see to the burial of your brother, and let's carve up one of these sheep here, make use of its final moments, and then we should be on our way.
Carl interjects, saying, "Is Largo? Are you going now, or are you going after the burial?"
I need to eat, but I can take off shortly after that.
Oh, well, I'll go with you. You'll just take her into the city, and then scout out ahead that way.
Sure.
A mile can be a treacherous territory. Okay. All right, so we said to do that, Neil, and I'm going to pick
Yeah.
up my other spear, by the way, the one that landed at the feet.
No problem. All right, you guys eventually finish digging a hole for the brother, bury it.
And
she
can I
says
say,
you-
while everybody is not paying attention, she has a wagon with her or something.
yeah.
I want to kind of sneak away and just examine the contents of the wagon while they're doing that.
Sheep feed, change of clothes.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
No.
Okay, I'll come back and just join everyone.
Okay. Some words are said, some food is eaten, and you guys take off. On your...
I offer bear food to people. I purify it just to test it so I can try it.
Did you cast Purify Food and Drink?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine and delicious.
I
Except-
offer some bear meat to people, and I'm pretty proud of myself.
Victorian, being overly kind and polite, takes some.
I mean, it tastes like fresh meat, actually.
Jockry, this rotten bear meat is frickin' delicious.
I nod with a smile.
How did you do it?
It's just one of my tricks, you know?
Is it it's like an African thing then, is what?
It's more of a shaman thing.
Ah, shaman, yes.
Shaman thing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you guys eventually go ahead. Largo, you are the well-traveled member of this party. You actually have been through this town in the past. You know it to be a walled city, fairly small. This is what it looks like. Upper right-hand corner is a graveyard. The lower right-hand corner was burned down during the war, 60 years ago, 70 years ago, something like that. And the sector was never rebuilt, so the trees have started to grow and grass has spread over in that area. But this is the town that you guys are approaching.
Okay. Can you tell me, since I've been here before, aside from the architecture, can you tell me the feel of the town, who resides there? Is it dangerous, etc.?
City bird.
There's probably 1,000 to 1,500 people living in the city.
That's a lot.
It makes it, and the wall makes it a major establishment on the road, but there's not that many people here. There's not from what you've seen, there's not a consistent outpost of orcs in this town, but orcs will frequently pass through as they move to the north and to the south and whatnot. And they also just like to keep an eye on town. So there are often orc patrols, but they don't usually station here for long periods of time. The town is like any other town in this age and day and age. People are tired and scared of the orcs, but just kind of keep their head down and stay out of everyone's way. They
Okay.
take abuses and try and just make a living.
As we travel, I will pass this knowledge along to the rest of my party.
Okay. At some point, you move ahead of everyone else to go scout it out, right?
Correct. I also want to put on my disguise.
Which disguise are you putting on?
The one on my character sheet.
What's
Okay.
your disguise?
I just have a disguise. It weighs 1 pound. It's in my bag,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I
it's
have-
called
I have-
disguise.
and I have disguise proficiency.
Do you become a
does he look
bush?
like?
What does it look like?
He
No, it's
disguises
like
himself as
another person.
another
Cardboard
person
box.
of a
So
similar
you have
height,
like
right?
a mullet or a mustache?
It's got a fake scar, a fake butterfly tattoo, and a fake mullet.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, so you put this on and walk ahead of the rest of the party.
Yes. Do I need to
you get-
do a proficiency, like a check, to see how well I
roll the disguise check.
Okay.
You always think that you've done a great job with your disguise, and it's convincing.
What if he asks us?
But yeah, what do the rest of us see?
No, I
you
do it when I'm ahead.
When it's someone that you know, it's so much harder to tell how good
who are
what
you?
disguise is going to fool someone else or not. You know, because it's your
What
friend.
about
So you guys are all
Alice,
like,
though?
"Yeah, that's a pretty good
Guys,
job."
where did Largo go?
He's
Who is
scouting
this
up
new
ahead.
man on the road?
Right.
All right, so you put it on as you like walk into town, so we don't know that you have this disguise then, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
This is when I'm up on my own.
Okay.
So you walk up and you notice that the front gate is wide open, and there is a single man standing nearby. He's just kind of leaning up against the wall. He's got a uniform on, but he's not carrying a weapon.
Can you describe the uniform?
It's a long white tabard with a spiral snake, green snake in the center of it.
Okay.
That's the flag of the town. He's got a belt and leather pants.
I really just wanted to know if it was a V or not. But okay, so I will go up and talk to the soldier.
Okay. He sees you coming and kind of gives you a little bit of a nod as you approach.
Hey, I am I'm new to this town. I'm just passing through. I'm wondering if you could harbor me for a couple of days.
Yeah, sure. Just don't cause any trouble.
Okay. I'll just walk through. Head
Okay.
towards the nearest inn.
All right. You walk down a couple block or two and come into the inn.
Okay. I'll just order a drink and kind of get a feel of the atmosphere of the bar while I drink.
There's a couple people sitting there at the bar. The rest of the inn's pretty empty right now since it's, like 3 o'clock or so, maybe 4 o'clock. The place is pretty calm, pretty chill. People keeping to themselves.
Okay.
There is a halfling-sized table over in the corner for the weak folk to use, and a bunch of other normal-sized tables.
Kids table.
First, I will, before I take a seat at any table, I'll just ask the bartender what's happened in the town, say, in the past week or so. Anything interesting happened?
Nah, business as usual.
Okay. I'll go take a seat at one of the big people's table and
Okay.
Continue drinking.
Okay. You finish your drink eventually.
Okay. Yeah, I will head out of the bar. And Neal, I've traveled here before. Have I done any shady dealings in this town before?
You've ripped off some people here or there.
Okay. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna go
no.
to a
Right.
a weapon shop or something like that.
Okay, there's a blacksmith in town. This town doesn't have a dedicated weapon shop, but there is a blacksmith who will occasionally produce weapons.
Actually, not a weapon shop, sorry, like a magic shop.
There's no magic shops. Magic is outlawed.
All right. Never mind. Then I will just do general things, act like a normal person, bystander in the town, get a room.
Okay.
Notice if I see anything shady, but if not, I'll just wait for the rest of the party to catch up.
Okay. So you're hanging out, kind of doing normal things, and the town seems pretty normal. There's the occasional odd thing, but it's the odd thing. It's like someone running through the streets saying "mugger, mugger," but all within the normal range of evil and despicable
Okay.
acts.
And yeah, so I will go to meet the party to let them know that the town seems safe.
Okay. Eventually head out. About an hour and a half after he leaves, Largo comes back.
How did
The
it go?
the town looks normal. Everything seems fine. I think we should still keep the child out of sight. But other than that, we should be safe to stay there for a day or two.
Okay, Carla, can you swaddle the baby in such a way that it's not going to draw attention?
She nods and wraps the baby up and then pulls her big traveling cloak around her and kind of hunches over a little bit and keeps her hood down.
All right. Rita, we will escort you into the town, and I think we'll take our rest there. We need to patch up old Alice over there, and Carla could use some rest as well.
Okay. You guys go into town. And where do you go once you go into town?
I guess to the end to get a room.
Yeah.
All right, you guys head to the local inn. By the time you get there, there's just one table left aside from the halfling table that is unfilled. What's her name? Carla. And like you guys get a room for Carla, and she immediately heads back into the room with the child. She talks with like an old crone's voice while she's in here, and says like, "Oh, I'm so tired. Just let me sit in my room. I'll be fine." And so she immediately retires away. What's the other game? Rita is what you guys are calling her?
Yeah. Von Buren.
Rita Von Buren goes with her and pretends to attend her.
Isn't that the bad guy from Power Rangers?
Rita Von Buren?
Oh, no, that was Rita Repulsa. Anyways, sorry. That was just a really weird...
Well, way to go pulling up that name, though, by the way.
Well, I heard Rita and I was like, I think that's from Power Rangers.
I know the brain guy or whatever. What was his name?
That was Zordon.
Zordon.
Zordon,
I just
yeah,
think
with the D.
Dexter when I hear
Zordon.
Rita.
Oh, that's true, yeah. It's true. Anyways, Neil, sorry.
It's not very good for her future, though. Yeah. So you guys get to this tavern. There's a road outside, whatnot, and here you guys are hanging out.
Which table are we? This table?
This table. Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are hanging out. Anything in particular you guys want to do or say? Alice, what are you doing about your dangling broken arm that's just like hanging there with the shattered bones inside?
I got, do I have any rope? I don't think I do.
If only someone in our party had 25 feet of rope.
I asked earlier if I could make a cast. I don't know if it will happen.
So-
I actually have more than 25 feet of rope.
This is what I've done, Neil.
You could make a splint, but not a cast.
I've taken my bastard sword, and I ripped up the gown. This is what happened when Largo was inside the town.
Mm-hmm.
And I've taken the bastard sword and like put the hilt up at my shoulder and the blade all the way down my arm, and then I've just like wrapped my gown that's been ripped all the way up, and so like I have this giant blade on my arm keeping it straight.
So you splint your arm with a sword.
Yes.
Okay.
Seeing Alice do that, I suggest that we try something more comfortable.
Let me hold the baby.
I just picked my sword up and cut its head off. I'm like,
Just like points
sorry.
to a person, just stabs them.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing with my arm.
Okay. Does anyone intervene, or is she literally walking around with a bastard sword?
Yeah, I asked her, do you want me to try to help you out better?
Do any of you intervene?
What?
How can you help? What do you mean? This seems pretty good.
And I'm just like moving my arm back and forth.
So, well, I offer to do a splint.
What is a splint? My arm's pretty straight.
I don't even know what it means. I don't speak English, okay?
Like, well then, I guess I'm good. Let's go to town.
I'm gonna Google it, since you guys are so rude.
Oh, you got it. Splint's right.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's split.
Okay, well,
I'm just being dumb and I don't know what it is.
I tried to assemble it.
Okay, you gather some proper splint tools from the forest,
Okay.
some straight branches, and you cut them down to size and do the best that you can to set the arm,
Okay.
but the bones are just shattered.
Okay.
So you guys are sitting down at the table. The room's already been gone, and eventually the innkeeper comes over and he looks at you guys and says, "Now, you're well armed and all, but we don't want no trouble in this town."
Understandable, friend. It's just dangerous times and whatnot. Surely you understand.
He nods and says, "Yeah, that's fine. Just no trouble, you hear? I like my inn just the way it is. Don't give them no cause to burn it down."
Don't worry about it.
We're all
gonna
on the
be
same
fine.
team.
Good. And he brings you guys a round of drinks.
On him?
Yeah.
Yakri,
really nice.
when
Thank
you get
you.
the chance, I could use
Thank
some
you.
healing.
Yeah. Tomorrow, man.
Very good. Very good.
Hey,
Oh,
Vic-
would you like a potion? I mean, we could
Oh,
just
no,
wait.
no, I can wait till tomorrow.
Alright.
I'm just a little bit bruised and battered. Nothing I can't take.
Eventually, night falls, and you guys all grab a room here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that works.
I guess, like, the main discussion is just that Carla needs to rest. She's caring for this baby on the road, and we've been through, like, 3 battles in 2 days.
Actually, I'm gonna ask the innkeeper if I can buy a pot out of him, so that I
Pot?
can. Yeah,
Weed?
so I can like cook stuff in the.
Hey,
in the
man, you got
forest.
any pot? You know the herb.
No, but, like so that I can do some cooking when we were in the forests and stuff. Since I freed up some space, because now I have just 1 spear.
He'll sell you a pot.
Cool. I buy it.
One marijuana? You got 1 marijuana?
I got 1 marijuana.
Yeah. Make sure you inject it properly.
So I'll add that to my character sheet.
Yeah.
I thought you snort marijuana.
Oh,
But I
drink
think you have to boil it first and then
And then
snort.
okay.
Yeah.
I see.
That's what the spoon's for.
It's made from a narcotic, so you have to synthesize it.
How much does Dwayne Neal?
I'm looking that up.
While you're looking that up, I'm like talking to Victorian and I'm like,
Hey, Victorian, my arm's pretty fucked up, and I don't think it's ever gonna get any better. Should I?
It does look really bad.
So I have a question. I don't really know what to do. Should I?
No.
Should we just chop it off?
Well, Alice, if we can find a skilled enough healer, we could patch you up really well, but those are few and far between. And
What?
if the wound doesn't get taken care of, gangrene could set in and excruciating pain.
Have you ever put a sword on someone's arm, like attached it before, like I was trying to do?
I can't say that I have. Grafting metal to skin would be, well, a thing of magic, usually.
Well, what if we just wrapped it on there really tightly? And then I swung my arm like this.
and then I'm just like swinging my arm.
It would be unruly and difficult for the Dungeon Master to figure out what the hell to do with that, but it could be done, yes. It's just, of course, we need to see that your wound is not carrying infection and getting worse.
Well, how do we go about checking for that?
We'll have to go to a healer. Or Jockey will have to spend more time if he's proficient in that.
Yeah. It costs 2 silver for the pot, and it weighs. How much does a cooking pot weigh? How big of a cooking pot do you want?
Enough to make like. In the future, I want to make like poison for my darts and maybe poultices.
Okay,
and
so you're
stuff
just talking
that.
like a little. You're not talking like a dinner pot. You're talking like a little cooking thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say 1 pound.
Okay. 1 pound, and how much silver for that?
2.
2 silver. Okay. So now I have 48. I think. We'll see.
Whatever the sheet says.
Yeah.
Whatever it says.
It's because it said 50/LB, and then
The-
2.
That's pound.
Yeah, that's 50 coins to the pound.
Oh, so it doesn't say how many coins I have. It just says
It's on the
coins.
first page of the character sheet below your hit points.
Oh, okay. 30 gold, 35 silver.
Yeah.
So -2, 32.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Got it.